Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the video tutorial on network address translation. So in the network address translation, I'm going to cover the dynamic NAT with overloading feature, which we can call it as port address translation also. So we discussed the static NAT concept. In the static NAT, for each system, a separate public IP will be configured. So it will be mostly used when an organization has servers like email or file server or web servers. For that, the static mapping will be done using public IP address. Then second technique what we discussed is dynamic NAT. So in the dynamic NAT, a pool of IP address, let's say 10.3 to 10.6 will be used. And the PCs in the inside network, they will get the public IP from the pool of IP addresses available. However, the issue with the dynamic NAT is that for each PC, they need a separate public IP address from the pool. So let's say you have 4 public IP address in the pool, and let's say you have 100 systems in the inside network. Then the 4 PCs, let us assume all the 100 PCs are communicating with the external network. So the first 4 PCs which start the communication, they will get the public IP from the pool. And the remaining PCs, 96 PCs, they have to wait in the queue until the PCs, those who have obtained the public IP address, release the public IP address. Till then, the other systems, they have to wait in the queue. So this is the issue, drawback of the dynamic NAT. To overcome this issue, we are going to discuss the third technique, that is called dynamic NAT with overloading feature, and also it can be called as port address translation. So the basic idea behind this is like this. There will be one or more public IP address will be used. We can use one public IP or many public IP, but even one public IP is enough for many systems in the internal network. Let's say there are 2 or more systems are there in the internal network. One public IP address is used, but each system will be distinguished using separate port numbers. You can see the port numbers here, 6001. So let's say this 1.1, the port number is same public IP 122.2.3.4, but the port number is 7098. 1.2, another PC also is communicating with the public network at the same time. It also gets the same public IP, but the port number is different. So all the PCs, let's say 100 PCs or 1000 PCs systems in a private network, they can share the same public IP. How these systems are distinguished, how they are identified using the separate port numbers. So that's why it got the name port address translation. So port numbering concept is used in the network address translation. Each and every system, they are separately identified, using the port numbers. So how to perform these configurations in this topology? So here, let's say this is the inside network. Already the same topology what I used for the dynamic NAT. So here you go to the config T. Then you have to create the pool here. Let us, even though I have 4, we have like 4 public IP address in the pool. Let me show you how to use one IP, and still these systems, they can concurrently at the same time, they can access the public network at the same time without they are waiting in the queue. No need to wait in the queue using the port address translation. So IP, NAT pool, then the name of the pool, let's say poly patch port address translation. Okay, then let's say the public IP what we are going to put in the pool 100.10.10.3. Okay, then 100.10.10.3. So in case students, if you don't want to create the list, then you can directly give the interface IP. Here you can see 100.10.10.1. Even you can give instead of creating the pool, you can give the interface directly. This is second option. But okay, this is one of the option by which you can configure the port address translations where you are creating a pool with only one public IP. Suppose you want to give two public IP, then what you can do is 10.3 starting and 10.4 as the ending. If you want to give three public IP, then you can give 10.3 and 10.5 and so on. You can give any number of starting and ending public IP address. Still, actually, this will use the port numbering concept. Okay, so that the systems in the inside network they need not wait while they communicate with the public network at the same time. So now here I have created a pool with only one public IP address, and then we have to give the net mask. The net mask is, let's say, 255.255.255.248. And so we have created the pool, and then we have to create the access list as same like the dynamic network address translation. So access list. Okay, let me give separate name. Already we have created access list. So I giving access list 2. I say permit. Okay, 192.168.10.0. Wildcard is this. So what we say is this. So which network address has to be translated with this public IP, with this pool of public IP. So we have to define the source network address. Suppose you have more than one source network address, let's say 10.0 or 20.0 or 30.0 or 40.0, then you have to permit all them separately. Okay, here I have just one network, so I put one network. Suppose you have different VLANs, you have different network addresses, then you have to permit all of them here. Okay, in the access list. You can even create an access list with a name. Okay. So I have created the access list, and then I go to the interface. So FA0/0 is the inside, and AC2/0 is the outside. So this is NAT inside, and this is NAT outside. So interface FA0/0, then this is IP NAT, okay, inside, and then you go to interface AC2/0, and this is um, IP NAT outside. Okay, so then we go like we created the pool and we have created the access list. We have to map them together. So exit, come back, and IP NAT inside a source. What is the source? The source is not static. It is access list which has the number 2. Okay, if you have the name, you put the name there. Then what's the pool? So pool is poly. Okay, then port address translation, polypart, which we created here. Okay, so, and then very important is what makes the difference between the dynamic NAT and the port address translation is this word keyword overload. So you have to put overload. Then what happens? The port address translation takes place. Each and every systems, even though they use the same public IP, they are not waiting in the queue. All the systems in the network, whether 100 or 1000 systems in the inside network, internal network, they can access the public network at the same time. but how they are distinguished? They are distinguished using different port numbers. So how it is happening using this keyword overload. So this is very important. This is the one which differentiate this port address translation with the dynamic NAT. So IP NAT inside inside source. What is the mistake? I forgot source list list to polypath overload. So now, yes, fine. So and right. Okay, then let me uh, check this. I go here and so I try to access the server which is in the public network. Let's say from our institution, from our college, we are accessing the Google or Facebook, Instagram like that. So just accessing, so it's successful. After that, you go here and check. Let's say show IP NAT translation. So you can see now a support numbers are also coming. So inside global, this is the public IP address. What is given? Only one public IP we give, and this is a port number. So this is the inside local. This is a private IP address. Okay, so the port number, you see this port number is assigned to this port, and this is the remote system. Outside local and outside global, of course, they are going to be same. Clear? So now let me call from here PC2. Okay, so from here let me open the browser. Let me open the browser here. So 110 10.10.10, then you go here, repeat the command. So now you can see uh, this is one more system has come. Okay, so its IP is 20. So now you see the port number for the second system is 1025, and this is the PC1. This is the second PC. Okay, so their private IP address is different, but the inside global IP address, that's public IP, they are sharing the same public IP, but you see that port numbers are different. So this is how you know one public IP is enough. Hundreds and thousands of systems in the private network, they can access the public network with different port numbers. And this concept is called port address translation. Okay, that's all I have regarding this concept. Thank you very much. With this, I conclude this video. Thanks for your participation. Thank you.